My name is Gavin Evans, and today I'm going to talk about the box office because the recent weekend I think had absolute disastrous results, and it has me worried for the future of movie theaters. Let's begin talking about Puss in Boots 2, a movie that I liked. I'm surprised everybody loves it as much as they do. I thought it was a perfectly fine, entertaining movie with great animation, but people really love it. It got an A cinema score, and the movie flopped opening weekend. Now, it could hold up very well. It's the only kids movie in theaters right now. So I think it's going to be, in the end, a success. But I'm just looking at the box office for the first Puss in Boots, and that movie opened to 34 million and it ended up grossing $554 million. There is no way Puss in Boots 2 is going to do that good. It will be lucky if it finishes up with 200 million. And then you also look at The Bad Guys earlier this year. That movie opened around 25 million, I want to say. And I think it ended up being slightly profitable. But considering that DreamWorks used to be a heavy hitter with the Shrek movies and the Kung Fu Panda movies and the How to Train Your Dragon movies and the Madagascar movies, and now they're barely making a dent box office wise, that is very concerning for me. And then you've got the Whitney Houston movie, I Want to Dance with Somebody. And it's a movie I have zero interest in. I'm kind of just done with musical biopics. I loved Elvis, but that was because of Baz Luhrmann that I saw it. And these kind of movies do really good. Like Elvis did good, Bohemian Rhapsody did good. I don't think Rocketman did good, but usually these movies cater to the general audience, and it's good counter programming to Puss in Boots and Avatar. And this movie did really bad. So even though I have zero interest in this movie, that gets me worried. And then you've got Babylon, which is a movie I loved. I know lots of people hate it. I will defend it to my dying day. I think it's the best movie of 2022. I adored it. I'm going to see it again this week because I loved it so much. But the truth is, it did atrocious at the box office. It flopped. And I was looking at the box office for Wolf of Wall Street, another R-rated Oscar contender movie, and that movie opened to 18 million and ended up grossing over 400 million. Now that movie has Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill attached, but still, there's no way this movie's ever coming close to that. It's going to be lucky if it even makes it to 50 million, if I'm being honest. And the movie was expensive to make, so that's a giant flop. And I've noticed the Oscar movies doing worse and worse. Like, Everything Everywhere All at Once did really amazing this year. Top Gun Maverick did amazing this year. But the more Oscar baity kind of movies, not so much. The Whale, not doing good in its expansion. Tall didn't do good. Banshees of Inisherin didn't do all that great of numbers, I don't think. And it's just disappointing that these kind of movies aren't doing good. Like, I remember when I saw Lighthouse in 2019, my theater was packed. When I saw 1917, both times, my theater was packed. When I saw Jojo Rabbit, my theater was packed. When I saw Shape of Water, 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri, my theaters were packed. When I saw Lady Bird, my theater was packed. When I saw The Favorite, my theater was packed. And the majority of movies I go to nowadays, my theaters are empty. The Menu, empty. Babylon, empty. Violent Night, empty. See How They Won, empty. Like, unless it's a big blockbuster franchise movie now, it's usually empty. And I know some people are saying Violent Night is a success, and it's making Universal money, but it's opened just lower than Krampus, and that movie wasn't a huge hit, and Usually, like movies like that would have opened to 20 to 30 million dollars, and now $12 million is successful. I'm not saying it's a flop. I'm just saying it's a disappointment. Absolutely. And like, look, I really liked Avatar 2. I've got issues with it. I think it's too long. The whale stuff, yada yada yada. I'm going to see it again tomorrow night, actually. But the movie is doing great. Despite what some people are spinning about it, it is on its way to be one of the highest grossing movies of all time. It's looking likely like it could finish up around 1.5 or 1.6 billion. That's very good. And I'm happy for its success. I think it's important for other franchises that aren't Marvel and Star Wars to be successful. But at the same time, Avatar 2, really good. Black Panther 2, really good. Thor 4, really good. Elvis, really good. Jurassic World Dominion, really good. Minions 2, really good. Doctor Strange 2, really good. Top Gun Maverick, amazing. The Batman, really good. The movies that are doing really good now are all just franchise movies. And below, it used to be that the other movies used to make a lot, but not as much. But now the other movies just aren't doing good now. And I don't know if it's people just, I don't know if it's streaming or post-pandemic stuff or what's going on, but I worry for the futures of theatrical. This is not a good thing to me at all. Even movies I don't like at all, I like to hear they're a box office success because I like theatrical. I want it to do good. Like Amsterdam, that movie, I hate it. I thought it was such an atrocious piece of shit. And it did terrible at the box office. But then you look at American Hustle, which I really like, to be fair. That movie made $251 million at the box office. 251. That's great. And then you look at Amsterdam, and altogether it made 31 million. That's atrocious. And I don't even think it's the fact that people don't want to go to the theaters anymore. Avatar 2, Top Gun Maverick, Spider-Man No Way Home, all have come out within the past year, and they're all some of the highest grossing movies of all time. It's the fact that every other movie now that isn't a big budget blockbuster is getting left behind completely. The only other exception is horror movies. Barbarian held up very well. Smile did really good. Halloween Ends, it opened pretty well and then it just nosedived. But it's just, horrors are doing good, blockbusters are doing great, and everything else is getting left behind. Comedy is a dead genre. And it's looking more and more like that's the case. And soon, Oscar movies, which I don't always agree with, are great, but I still want to see them do good, and they're getting left behind too. And I just think about what's coming out these next few months, and I think Megan next month is going to do good, but I think every other January movie is going to do pretty poorly. There's Knock at the Cabin, Ant-Man, and Cocaine Bear, which I think could do well in February. And I don't know, I'm saying, I still think lots of the big movies are going to do well, but I'm kind of just repeating myself, but I'm truly worried about the smaller movies. 10 years ago, movies like Babylon made over 400 million. American Hustle made 261 million. Puss in Boots made 554 million, and that's just not even close to how it is nowadays, and I'm very worried. So I don't have anything else more to say, but I do want to make a video about this. So yeah, so what do you think about the box office results of this weekend? Are you as worried as I am? Because even The Menu didn't do good. Devotion didn't do good. Strange World did not do good. So let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin out.